Okay, for just a minute, let's try to forget all the talk about killer robots and job-stealing algorithms. Today, we're going to look at artificial intelligence from a completely different angle, a really radical one, actually. One that sees AI not as some kind of threat, but as a powerful, almost mystical tool for expanding your own mind. Now that's a provocative question, isn't it? Do you want to become a better mage? This comes directly from our source material, and it really sets the stage for a wild idea that AI could be a key, a genuine pathway to seeing reality in a whole new light. You know, right now, the whole conversation around AI seems to be split down the middle. On one side, you've got the story we hear constantly. AI is going to dull our thinking, it'll make us lazy, it'll drain every last drop of our creativity. But then there's this other path, this hidden potential. The idea that this exact same technology, if you use it with intention, can actually sharpen your mind, making you a more intelligent, organized, and powerful thinker. And that's the path we're going to walk down today. All right, so first up, the AI fear narrative. Because look, before we can even begin to explore AI's hidden potential, we've got to cut through all the noise. And right now, that noise is just this constant, deafening drumbeat of warnings and fears. This idea that AI is a crisis just waiting to happen. I mean, you've seen this list before, haven't you? The fears are everywhere. We're told AI is coming for our jobs, that it's just going to amplify all our worst biases, that it's literally going to make us dumber because we rely on it too much. And maybe the scariest one of all, that it's going to control our minds. These are the big, loud stories that are absolutely shaping how we see this stuff. But our source material offers a really critical perspective here. It basically argues that by pumping up the volume on these dangers, a sense of crisis gets manufactured. And what does a crisis always demand? A solution. Well, in this case, the solution that's often pushed is, you guessed it, more restrictions, more censorship, and more control over who gets to use this powerful new tool. The real danger here is that this could lock away AI's true empowering potential from everyday people like us. So, what if that whole fear narrative just isn't the full picture? That brings us right here to our second section, a tool for modern mages. This is where we're going to dive into a powerful counter-narrative, one that's all about totally redefining our relationship with technology. It's about making a shift from being a passive consumer to an active creator, or, as the source material puts it, a modern mage. Now, to really get this, we have to redefine what we mean by magic. Seriously, forget the wands and bubbling cauldrons. In this context, magic is a deeply psychological thing. Think about it. It's the fundamental process of taking a vague idea, a dream, an intention that's locked inside your head, and giving it structure, giving it clarity, and making it real in the outside world. It's how you write a book, it's how you start a business, it's the very heart of all creation. So then, who's the modern mage? Well, it's not some wizard in a pointy hat. It's any person who consciously works to build a structured, ordered mind. Someone who uses knowledge, language, and symbols as their tools to understand and influence the world around them, starting from the inside. And this is exactly where AI comes into play, as an incredibly powerful new tool in the workshop. Okay, so if you're the mage, what's your workshop? What's the actual practice? That brings us to section 3, building your mind palace. This is the how-to. This is where we explore the art of creating a powerful mental framework, a process the source calls cubing. And this just lays out the process so perfectly. We all start here, right? With messy, chaotic, all over the place thoughts. But the discipline of using an AI it literally forces you to take that chaos and translate it into precise, logical language for a prompt. The AI then acts like a mirror, reflecting that logic back at you in a structured, clear output. When you do this over and over, you're not just getting answers from a machine, you're actually training your own brain to think with more structure. You're building that ordered mind palace, brick by brick, inside your own head. And it's so important to get this. This mind palace isn't some dusty old attic for storing random facts. It becomes your dynamic inner workshop. A well-structured inner world is a wellspring of creative power. It lets you develop your ideas and manifest what you want to do with so much more precision and force. Okay, let's get our hands dirty. It's time for some practical techniques. Section 4 is all about the 7 alchemical prompts. I love this framing. The source material presents prompt engineering not just as some tech skill, but as a kind of inner alchemy, a set of practices for forging your own mind, using language as the fire and the AI as your anvil. And here is where it gets just so cool. Each of these techniques connects something you do with the AI to something that happens inside you. So first, when you enact radical clarity for the AI, you're forced to define your will for yourself. You have to know exactly what you want. Second, when you use sequential steps, you might know this as chain of thought prompting, you're basically organizing the ritual. You're teaching your own mind to think in clear, logical layers. And third, when you command a focused role, telling the AI to act as an expert, you're learning to channel archetypal power, creating specialized, powerful ways of thinking within your own mind. And the alchemy keeps going. When you specify the output format, like asking for a table or a bulleted list, it's not just about looks. It's practice for shaping the manifestation. You're training yourself to envision the final result with total precision. Then you've got multi-persona validation, getting the AI to debate itself. How cool is that? It's like summoning a council of wise advisors in your own head to sharpen your critical thinking. And finally, always verify and cross-reference. This isn't just a fact-checking step. It's about developing causal self-awareness. It's about making sure the foundations of your mind palace are built on solid ground, not on illusions. So here's the absolute key takeaway from all of this. This isn't really about getting better at talking to a chatbot. It's about using the AI as a forge to become a better, sharper thinker. Every single well-crafted prompt is an exercise in mental discipline. It reinforces and literally rebuilds the architecture of your own mind. All of these incredible techniques, they all lead us right here to our final section, the art of co-creation. This is the ultimate goal. It's not just about a set of skills, it's a fundamental shift in your entire mindset. It's about leveling up from being a passive user of a tool to being an active architect of both what the AI creates and what you create inside yourself. Which, of course, brings us back to that big, looming question that's underneath all the fear. Is this technology a threat? Is it here to limit us, to control us, to take away our freedom? And the answer our source material gives is this powerful call for personal responsibility. The real threat isn't the tool itself. It's in how we choose to use it. Our freedom, our power, it all lies in that choice. To be a passive consumer or to be an active, conscious co-creator. So how do you actually protect that freedom? How do you guard this magical ally? Well, first, don't just listen to one oracle. Always cross-check what one AI tells you with other models to see the biases and the blind spots. For real digital freedom, you might even think about running local, uncensored models right on your own computer. That means no corporate filters, no one looking over your shoulder. And maybe most importantly, you have to change your mindset. Treat every single thing the AI gives you not as the gospel truth, but as a probability, a suggestion that needs to be questioned, tested, and rigorously verified by you. And this brings us full circle, right back to the core idea. When you use it with discipline, with intention, with a critical eye, AI doesn't make you dumber. It becomes a powerful amplifier, a true partner in thought that helps you structure your mind and unlock whole new levels of clarity and creativity. There's this one last piece of wisdom from the source that it ties it all together beautifully. The work of using AI to build that structured inner world, that's not about hiding away from reality. It's the complete opposite. That inner structure is the foundation that lets you step out into the world more powerfully, more creatively, and more effectively than you ever could before. So when we look to the future, maybe the most exciting frontier isn't just about what the next fancier AI model can do. Maybe it's about the potential for a totally new kind of partnership, this co-creative dance between the unique, intuitive magic of human consciousness and the incredible logical power of the machine. And in the end, that leaves us with this one final challenging question. Because as this technology becomes woven into the fabric of our world, you have a choice to make in how you relate to it. Are you going to be a passive user, just consuming whatever it spits out? Or are you going to be a mage, consciously wielding this tool to forge your mind, to structure your reality, and to bring your unique inner world to life? The choice, as always, is yours.